Bạch commune in the northern province of Nam Ding was founded in 1966. There are no rice fields in the village. Instead, the coastal communities have developed a technique for producing this vital mineral from seawater. Little kids grow up on the soil fields, helping their parents collect salt crystals. Even their flying kites carry the hope of having a good harvest of salt. Here in Bạch commune, salt farms are a symbol of life.
My name is Rodwell Chigomin. I'm 27 years old. I'm from Cape Town, South Africa, and I've been residing in Vietnam for the past 3 years now. Vietnam is an absolutely amazing country and it's afforded me some wonderful opportunities. One of those opportunities has been to come to Bạch Nam Ding to experience what it entails in the production of salt. I hope you folks back home enjoy the rest of the show and welcome to Vietnam Discovery. So essentially it's 5 a.m. in the morning. We've just woken up, feeling fresh, on our way to the field, the salt fields that is, for a day's work. Next to me I'm with Mr. Chin, who's going to be my guide for the day. He says we're in for a very long day. Anh Chin ơi, đi sớm ăn tế, sớm tế.
Dân trồng muối Việt Nam theo thời tiết nắng này phải đi sớm cho nó mát em ạ.
Em phải làm gì ạ?
Chú Beo kéo đu anh ở cái xe này.
Okay.
Anh em bị xe cát phơi này.
Salt terraces in Bạch commune do not run along the seashore, but are found inland, next to the village. Seawater flows into the fields through man-made dikes, and sand is used to enhance the formation of crystals and to filter the seawater for brine.
Vì làm muối phải làm cái này trước, nó nặng nhọc, làm trước cho nó mát.
Vâng.
Đấy, này là cái xêu. Xêu. Để xúc cát.
Okay.
Rồi, đây rồi. Vậy là đây rồi đấy.
Great. So, at the moment, we've just finished shoveling up some sand into our wheelbarrow using a pretty authentic Vietnamese-looking shovel. What Anh Chin Oi is going to be doing right now is taking the sand down towards the field, and he's going to be layering out the sand, which later will catch the crystals for the production of salt. Okay?
Để anh xe cho xe này đầy nặng, em không đun được đâu.
Không sao. Ôi giời ơi.
Nặng không?
Nặng.
Đấy, anh bảo thôi đấy ạ. Khổ.
Okay, I'm learning a thing or two today. Wow. And we carry on. This is only the beginning of our day. And I'm already knackered. I'm going to give it over to Anh Ching, and he's going to show us how to do it properly. Có được không? Có.
Đấy, em ra. Đúng thẳng nha, giữa ruộng. Đấy. Nữa đây. Đó. Rồi.
So you can hear the wheelbarrow making the kut kit sound, and obviously that is where it derives its name from. Kut kit. Anh Chin ơi, chỗ này rộng bao nhiêu?
Cánh đồng muối Bình Long rộng 230 hectare không?
230 hectare hả? Chỗ anh ô bao nhiêu?
Nhà anh thì là 5 sào,
5
mà
sào.
tính mỗi một ô này là 360 mét vuông.
What Anh Chin is doing is spreading sand on the ground to soak up the sun's rays. In this method, seawater flows into the channels and spreads around the top layer of sand by capillary action. The sun and the wind evaporate the water, leaving salt-encrusted sand, which is then scooped up and put into a tank to concentrate the salt.
Em ơi, vãi mỏng nó dày quá là lại không hút hơi mặn nên lại không có nước mặn, được ít muối lắm. Phải vãi đều.
As soon as I arrived at the salt field in the morning, I thought, these tasks look pretty straightforward and pretty easy to do. But I think definitely there's a lot of skill, a lot of technique that went into it, and I definitely underestimated the amount of work that these people go through each and every single day. Okay, I'm just going to take a quick little rest. I was literally working for about 30 minutes and I'm done for the day. And he will typically do this 365 days a year, every day doing the same thing. Massive respect to these Vietnamese folks out here in Nam Ding. Cheers. Okay.
Này cho anh.
Highly concentrated salt water stored in the container is poured into cement plots to become crystallized salt in the afternoon. The northern climate, which is characterized by high humidity and limited sunshine, is ideally suited to producing salt.
So whereas it differs in the north is that in the south, the sun is a lot hotter. So they will take this water, drop it on these plots of land, and it will evaporate instantaneously. Unfortunately, up here in the north, it's not as hot. So this process becomes very repetitive, where we have to involve it with the layering of the sand, bring in the water, and we keep repeating this process until we find crystals big enough or salt with great quality. It has been said that the salt in the north is a lot better in terms of quality for food and seasoning, whereas down south, a lot of the salt there is used for industrial uses or for chemicals. Okay?
Oh, wow.
In there, yeah? I can just feel the power of the salt disinfecting all my scars. It's quite therapeutic. I think I might just spend the day here.
Em làm có thấy mệt không?
Không mệt.
Không mệt à?
Không mệt. Anh Chin ơi, bao nhiêu người làm muối ở đây?
Hộ sản xuất muối là 2.143 hộ sản xuất muối. Thì trong đó là hơn 4.000 lao động.
Dạ vâng. Con gái Cúc Lâm.
Vì chủ yếu là phụ nữ ở nhà làm muối nên là việc gì cũng phải đến tay nên tất cả toàn phụ nữ làm hết.
Vâng. Chị làm gì đây?
Đấy, cơm buổi sáng đấy. Dậy sớm là còn phải mang cơm nắm đi ăn.
Em xin cảm ơn.
Mà chấm ghé vào, cắn.
Vâng.
Đấy, em ăn xong có thơm ngon không? Đi làm em ăn có thấy thế nào?
Rất ngon.
Thơm lắm.
What we're eating, in Vietnamese, it's called cơm nam muối vừng, which directly translates to rice with sesame and salt. The rice they're prepared in the morning or the night before, and they will just come and typically eat it like this after the morning's work.
The morning's work finishes at around 7:30 a.m. I would still be sleeping if I was still at home. The sun is getting very hot, so I've decided to take a walk to the seashore. I want to really learn more about this village while waiting for lunch. You will see what I've learned on the seashore soon.
của chúng tôi ở đây ý, là cái nghề phụ, nhưng mà nó cũng gắn bó liền với cái nghề làm muối. Đêm thì đi tê biển này cho khoảng độ đến sáng rồi ra là về phơi cát xong rồi là đến lại ra biển đánh bắt cá để cải thiện cho con cái học hành rồi sinh hoạt hàng ngày.
Rồi, thế là bắt được con gì?
Bắt được con tôm.
Con tôm.
Và tôm vàng.
Vâng, một ngày mỗi kilo?
200 cân.
200 cân. You can see this elderly man alongside me is Chu Amang, and what he's trying to do is attempt to catch shrimp. He's actually been doing this for about 35 years now. That is amazing.
Cháu đánh thử không?
Vâng, vâng.
Thử tí nha.
Vâng.
Rồi,
Cảm ơn.
Đi vậy thôi. Đi đây. Đi vậy. Đi đây.
So this certainly isn't as easy as it looks.
Cố gắng.
Rất khỏe, rất khỏe. Rất khỏe.
The shortest legs are 1.5 meters high, while the longest are up to 3 to 4 meters high.
So I definitely think experience plays a key role, for sure.
Yeah, I've given it my best, God. Unfortunately, this is for me, not for me. Once again, massive respect to these people, massive respect.
Absolutely. Well, just myself coming from Cape Town and coming from a fishing village, I thought, okay, I'm going to show these old men what to do. But certainly, once again, it just required a lot of skill, a lot of stamina, and just once again, I underestimated how much work needs to go into what these people do out here.
I don't really remember how I got to Aung Chin's house. I just felt very hot and my muscles were badly swollen after just one morning at the salt fields. Luckily, I had a sound sleep to replenish my energy for the afternoon work.
Bạn này sáng đi làm mệt quá, ăn hết một nắm cơm muối vừng đấy. Bây giờ mệt, nằm nghỉ.
Nào có thế mà đã về là như mình làm thì làm sao?
I did notice them speaking about me in the back of my mind, but to be honest, I don't know exactly what they were saying, but I did hear a lot of laughs.
(1 to 2 p.m. is the time to complete the day's work in the salt field. Under the blazing sun, salt makers in Baclam commune start collecting dried sand. At this time, salt crystals have formed among the grains of sand. The salt will be separated from the sand by seawater. To get highly concentrated salt water, people often filter the seawater 2 to 3 times. Right now, Aung Chin is preparing brine for the next morning's work.
I was just impressed with how everything they use is self-sustainable, minimal pollution, minimal damage to the environment. And I was just highly impressed with Mother Nature as well. I mean, we came and we laid the water down on the plots, and within a couple of hours, all that water had evaporated and the salt was there for us to see. Okay, chào anh. Bây giờ chúng tôi làm gì?
Bây giờ hai anh em mình đi lên nạo muối để thu muối vào kho.
Okay. Vào kho cái này đây.
Để tí bỏ vào kho đây, này em đây.
Dạ vâng. Cảm ơn anh.
Đây, đây, đây. Đứng này. Mình nha, có lách nè nhá, lách nè là vắt đi nhá. Đấy, em xem nào, ô này cho anh.
ngày làm được bao nhiêu muối?
Ngày á?
Vâng.
Ngày năm nào như nắng hôm nay được khoảng hơn 2 tạ rưỡi.
Vâng. Cô ăn muối cô được không?
Nó còn nước.
Còn nước á?
Để mấy ngày nó khô muối thì ăn được cái gì thôi.
So you can see the salt we're collecting at the moment. In about a couple of weeks or so, this salt will end up on your tabletops or at a local beer hoi or just a restaurant ready to eat. In Vietnam, salt is obviously very popular, most commonly used in nuoc mam, or you'll just find it in a combination of ớt muối, okay? But generally, most dishes come with salt.
All the salt produced at Bạch Lam Commune is sold for the Bạch Lam Salt Cooperative for further processing. Anh Chin tells me that the cooperative supplies salt for most provinces in northern Vietnam. So your table salt is most likely brought from here, where it is made by these diligent people.
So I've gone and got a blister on my hand. That's after just doing 2 wheelbarrows, 2 loads of salt. I could never do this for 3 months. Wow, I would have to have my hands chopped off. Okay, let me just finish up. Got the 1 more load to do and then we finish for today. Okay. Vâng.
Nữa đấy, rồi, ghé lại. Nâng cao lên, nâng cao càng lên, nâng lên, bỏng lên. Rồi, giờ thuyền đã đầy hàng rồi, anh em mình thu đồ xong rồi anh em mình đánh muối về kho trong nhà nhá.
Vâng.
Rửa cho anh, rửa sạch sẽ cho anh.
Okay, so as you can see, I've just loaded our last wheelbarrow of salt onto our boat. Generally, each boat will have about 5 tons of salt. We'll do this once every 3 days. And we're just about on our way to the factory where the salt's going to get processed. So the salt is nearly there, nearly on your dinner tables for seasoning. Okay. First and foremost, respect to Mr. Chin and what he does. To transport myself and a boat full of salt, I think it was 5 tons to be exact, was just highly impressive. I mean, I did half the amount of work Mr. Chin did that morning.
Rồi. Xa đi mà, sạch sẽ. Cô Béo, có mệt không?
Không mệt.
Mình không mệt vào làm cát đúng không?
Không.
Làm cát là vất vả lắm. Cái nghề làm muối vất vả nhất công đoạn nào em?
Vất vả nhặt cào muối, nóng và khô.
Em có thích cái nghề làm muối không?
Em thích. Rất thích.
Vậy mai về đây làm với các anh nhá.
Không.
Vậy và bà con mình nông quê anh là vẫn bám đồng, chịu khó lắm. Dù vất vả đến mấy vẫn phải bám nghề.
Chào anh đi bằng muối à? Bằng muối về vá. I managed to get some sleep on the boat. I think at the time while I was sleeping, I was dreaming about Sizo or Muối ớt in Hanoi. And I'll never waste it, or I'll never underestimate just how much work goes into something as simple and as basic as that. So. So as you can see, we've just arrived at the salt storing warehouses. It's taken us a wee while, about an hour from the salt fields. We're going to drop off the latest load of salt. It'll be ready for processing and should be ready for your tables in the next couple of days.
Từ cái thời cha bố mẹ mình sang đây khai hoang lấn biển, Sú Vẹt, đầm này thành cái quần thể cái xã Bình Long bây giờ, thì cái diện tích đồng muối nó cũng cùng theo cái khu dân cư. Nó đặc thù là cái nghề làm muối là sáng cấy, gọi là sáng cấy tối gặt. Ý là nói sáng cấy tối gặt thì sao, là sáng là không bọn mình làm, về chiều mình phải thu hoạch luôn. Thế trong một ngày, kể cả nhiều muối hay là ít muối, hay là trời nó lâm, nó không có muối, mình vẫn phải đưa cái nước nó xuống. Đấy. Thì cái thời tiết miền Bắc là mưa nắng thất thường. Đấy, mà làm theo thời vụ.
Con ngắn vào, con ngắn vào.
Đây này. Đây trong đây, đồ ăn nó không lên.
Ui giời ơi. I've got to say, there have been a few things that have really impressed me. Most notably, just seeing women, young and old, how they hold everything together. Nothing like a swim to cap off an incredibly hard day with a beautiful backdrop of the sunset behind me. There's no doubt that Mr. Ching is the #1 salt producer in these parts of the world. But dare I say, I think I'm still the best one. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. Woo!